I share tons of stories, and this story was I was tagged in it, and it really did kind of touch me. It goes to understanding how someone can be in a cult, or how someone can be raised in a religious family and not be able to simply get away. Because sometimes when you hear these stories, people are like, why didn't you just leave? Or people ask the same thing for people, women stuck in terrible relationships or marriages. Why didn't you just leave? Survival is sometimes why people don't just leave. This woman is in a marriage that she wouldn't necessarily be in, but she's in it because she needs health insurance. And if you listen to her story of why she needs health insurance, it also speaks to how people are groomed and why people stay in religious organizations for so long. Sometimes people stay in these religious organizations because it becomes just a sake of survival. Because if you are a minor and you have nowhere to go, you are literally being indoctrinated simply to have a place to stay. So watch this, see if you kind of understand a little bit. And this is the reason why I share so many stories across the board. Stories that don't necessarily speak to my experience, but it helps you understand, even tangentially, how some people live or why some people live the life that they live. All right, I'm not coming in on the back end, but tell me what you think. Like, comment, share.
I don't usually tell personal stories, but it helps me so much when other people do, and I can see that I'm not alone. America is the Bad Place had mentioned that he'd heard that Americans sometimes get married for health insurance. And I thought, you don't know the half of it, so I thought I would share my story. I was raised in an evangelical home that was very abusive, and when I was 14, I decided to escape. I climbed out of my bedroom window and I spent hours outside on the ledge trying to get to the ground, and I finally gave up and jumped. When I did, I broke my back, and suffice to say, I did not escape. Breaking your back causes problems that get worse over time, and now I have 8 fused vertebrae. I have to have health insurance because I use physical therapy to treat it, and I may need additional surgeries one day. So also another side effect of being raised in an environment like that is that I'm a little weird. It's hard for me to understand normal society and have a normal job and be normal. I've tried really hard to be successful and do all the right things. I graduated from college when I was 20, and I started grad school 3 weeks later so that I could be employable. I didn't finish that program, but I went back in my early 30s and got my MBA. I'd work crazy hours and do anything anyone asked of me to try to get ahead, but I just could not get ahead. However, I'm really good at creating and building things like Expatsi. And when I'm creating and building things, I don't feel like I don't fit in. I love it, and I feel happy and successful. I need insurance when I'm not working for someone else, so I would buy an individual plan whenever I needed. One year, like always, I tried signing up for an individual plan, but they denied me. They said it was because I had a pre-existing condition, and that condition was back pain. I wasn't being treated for back pain. I have never taken medicine for back pain, but I do have back pain, and I always will. So I had to abandon my project and get a job so I could have insurance. When Obamacare came along, it was such a game changer for people like me. I could work for myself and still get medical care, and they couldn't turn me down for back pain. But then in 2017, Congress tried to get rid of Obamacare over and over and over again. I couldn't sleep. I was terrified, and I didn't know what the future looked like for me. All those feelings of being trapped in a back brace with my abusers came back to me. My partner also had Obamacare and was a contract employee, but he got the opportunity to take a full-time job, and so he did, so that he could marry me and provide insurance. We love each other madly, but we both know marriage is a construct, and it is not the route we would have taken. And it's so shitty to have to keep a job you hate or stay in a marriage that you don't love so that you don't die. Anyway, now we both work for Expatsi, and we're on Obamacare again. Thankfully, Congress has moved on to other stupid shit that helps no one. But we are awfully, awfully trapped to live in a country that is supposedly so free. My business helps people find countries to move to, and if you're interested, the link is in my bio.